Hello, good evening, happy Thursday, and welcome to another Facebook Live with me. And I don't have a microphone today, so apologies for any loss of quality with the sound. I'm going to speak loudly and clearly as I can, but please let me know if you can't hear me and I will speak up a little bit more. So if you are watching, please do give me a little thumbs up or a little heart as usual, or a wave, or say hi or something. Let me know you're out there. I can see Michelle's jumped on already, so hi Michelle, hope you're well today. And if you're enjoying the content as well, please do share it and or tag a friend or share it with a friend who you think might enjoy this. So today we're going to talk about deepening your practice, and it's connected to a Facebook Live I did 2 weeks ago, where we spoke about deepening your practice in the sense of getting to know your body better. And the more you get connected with your body and the more you understand it, the deeper you can find connections. You can find deeper contractions where you need them. By moving slowly, you can connect more with your body and find those deeper contractions as well. So we were talking a lot about the depth of your practice, whatever that practice is, coming from like a stronger or a deeper muscle contraction, for example, which is one way to think about it. Today I'm going to say something which maybe sounds a little bit of the opposite, but I think they're actually very much interconnected and go hand in hand, although they seem a little bit like opposites to start off with. So we're going to talk a little bit about relaxing and letting go of any tension, letting go of any unnecessary muscle contractions, and seeing how that helps you to do whatever practice you are working on at the time. So I think a lot of us tend to have tension in our shoulders and necks, for example, and we know this. I talk about it all the time. A lot of us have desk jobs, a lot of us are on our phones all the time, maybe you're driving a lot. So this kind of posture, obviously we know, is not great for us, and it's great to do something about it. But how much can we just let go of that tension by asking it to let go? That might sound a little bit cheesy. Let's just take a moment or two to think about it. So if you're in a position where you can join me and do this at the moment without getting some weird looks, or maybe you'll get some weird looks anyway and it doesn't matter, please join me. All we're going to do is sit up nice and tall and take a nice deep breath in. So breathing in, and I like to breathe in and out through my nose. So breathing in through your nose and then breathing out through your nose as well. And let's just do one more like this. Breathing in and breathing out. And then just bring the focus to the muscles around your neck and shoulders. How are they feeling? Do they feel like they're sitting up in your ears a little bit? What happens if you just tell them to drop? Just a little bit. This might help if you close your eyes. I'm going to keep my eyes open so that I can stay connected with you guys, but feel free to close your eyes if it helps to feel the sensations. See if you can keep that breathing going, nice deep breaths, and really starting to focus on releasing in the neck and releasing in the shoulders. So this can be like a really small type of meditation even. You're just really focusing on one body part and you're just telling it to let go and release. It's like the muscles in your neck are starting to melt down your back. Your shoulder blades are melting down your back. I love this idea of melting when we talk about letting go of tension and of muscle contraction, because it really has that feeling of like softness and water trickling down and just feeling nice, really melting. I don't know, it has usually quite a positive, relaxing connotation. So let's just do one more together. Nice deep breath in through the nose, and again just feel your neck muscles, your shoulder blades melting down the back. Okay, so that was just a little tiny thing. If you are suffering from any serious shoulder tension or neck pain, it might not have had much of an effect. But if you can do this like once or twice or 3 times throughout the day, just set a little reminder on your phone and just take a moment to stop and just tell those muscles to relax, because easily they can come up to here. I'm very guilty of it, certainly, so I need to remind myself often to create space and length and just allow them to relax. So if you have joined us and you're watching, please do give me a thumbs up if you haven't already, or a little heart if you have enjoyed what you've seen so far. If you are just joining us now, we're talking about deepening your practice in the sense of relaxing or letting go of muscle contractions or tension. So I'm going to talk about something which is connected to what we did a couple of weeks ago, and we were doing a glute bridge, and we were talking about the glute contractions in the sense of really deepening that muscle contraction and going super slowly in order to find those deeper contractions and really get in there into the deep muscle fibers in your butt. So we're going to come back to that position again. If you want to join me, please do so. Maybe if you're watching this on the tube or on the bus, you might not be able to. If you're at home, then please do pick a spot on the floor and join in. So we're going to do our glute bridge again. And we're going to do the same thing. We are going to be contracting our butt. So squeezing your glute. So there is a contraction going on here. And we're going to scoop and lift the hips up off the floor, really contracting the glutes as much as you can. So now I want you to take your attention up to your neck and shoulders and see what's happened there. We're going to roll the spine down. Have you got a bit of tension here now? Has the neck and shoulder area really stiffened up to try and help support you? Obviously there is going to be a little bit of work going on up here, but really this exercise is for your glutes and also your hamstrings. A little bit of core work, a little bit of spine work, but really you want to really try and think about relaxing in the neck and the shoulders. So feel free to do that a couple more times, but I just want to quickly have a talk about it. Why might we have got tense here when we were doing a glute exercise? Well, it may well be that you're not used to using your glutes in this way. For example, I didn't even know that you were supposed to use your glutes in this exercise for many years, and that's a whole other topic that I'm going to talk about one day. But perhaps if you're not used to using your glutes, perhaps they don't fire very easily in this exercise, then your body is going to put the work elsewhere. And the tension possibly is also because it's trying to protect you, basically. Your body's trying to protect you because it doesn't feel that you have the connection to do it right and to do it safely, basically. So it's like, oh, it's a bit worried, if you know what I mean. So if you can really relax, if you're contracting your glutes and you're telling your body that actually, no, this is safe, I can do this with strength in my lower body, but we can relax up here and allow the work to go where it needs to go. So let me know what you think about that. Do you have any neck or shoulder tension when you do the glute bridge? Are you using your glutes? Are you using your hamstrings for this exercise? Drop a comment and let me know your thoughts on that one. It could be that you need to strengthen your glutes a little bit more before you can go all the way up nice and controlled, and that can be something that you can have a look at doing in other ways, for example. So there you have an example of a contraction going alongside a relaxation. Obviously you've got your contraction happening in the part of the exercise that it's designed for, and then you've got relaxation happening everywhere else. And hopefully if you can relax in the parts of the body that don't need to be doing all of the work, it can allow your body to focus even more on doing the work where it needs to happen. So the final thing I want to talk about today is a type of stretching. So stretching obviously is something that you would do if you've done some kind of exercise or movement practice or dance practice. At the end of your practice you want to stretch to just allow those muscles to come back to their length, their their usual length, excuse me, if they've been doing lots of contracting, for example. Also, if you have been sitting at your desk for a long time and you want to do a bit of a stretch just to release all of this tension, that's another thing that you can do. I'm going to use a very simple shoulder stretch that I think we all know. It's the kind of thing that I think we learn when we're kids, you know, like I remember doing this in gym class at school when I was a kid, and it's only been in more recent years since I've been working with my own body that I've really found where this stretch actually is and what it's for, if that makes sense. So we're going to take one arm across the body and try and keep the arm straight and then the shoulder down. So the purpose of this stretch is to get into the rhomboids and trapezius, which are in the upper back, and rhomboids in between your spine and your shoulder blade. So I like to visualize really the scapula, the edge of the scapula pulling away from the spine, so really getting in there. Now what we're going to do is we're going to use a combination of a contraction in order to get more of a release. So this is basically called contract release stretching. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to press this forearm against my hand here. I'm going to press it so that there's a contraction happening in the muscles that I'm trying to stretch. And I'm really focusing on that contraction happening in that space in between my shoulder blade and spine. And I'm breathing still, nice long deep breaths. And I'd hold this for about 10 seconds, really, really focusing on that contraction. Nice deep breaths as you do so. And then we're going to release the pressure a little bit, take another breath in and out, and then you should be able to take the stretch a little bit deeper because the muscle will have released. It's quite nice to do it a second time, but just so I don't keep you on here too long, I'm going to do the other side with you now in case you're doing this along with me, or perhaps after the video you want to replay it. So we're taking the other arm across the body, again trying to keep the arm straight so that the stretch comes in between the shoulder blade and the spine. And now I'm going to press the forearm against the hand that's in front of it and really focus so that the contraction is happening in the muscles in between the shoulder blade and spine. And again, nice deep breaths here in and out of the nose. Again, for about 10 seconds, really pressing that arm against the hand. And then release. We're going to take a nice deep breath in, and breathing out, allow that arm to come a little bit closer. So I'd love to hear what you think of that stretch. If you found that you got a little bit more range of motion, if you got a little bit more release in the muscles by doing a contraction. It's really interesting the way that works. And I think that's all I have to say today. I've got some thoughts about contraction and release, very much related to belly dance and our belly dance technique. But I think that's going to be a whole other video, so keep an eye out for that one. If you've got any questions, please do pop them in the comments. Do tag me if you're commenting later on so I can see them and answer. And if you've got anything you'd like me to talk about, if you're thinking about somewhere else in the body rather than the neck and the shoulders that you might have tension, and you want some help trying to release that tension, or perhaps there's a movement you're trying to do in your movement practice and you're looking for some kind of release there and you feel like you need some help with that, please do drop a comment below and let me know what you think. So that's all for today, I think. If you have not given me a thumbs up or a little heart yet, please do so. I would really love to see all the people who've been watching this if you have enjoyed it. Please do share it with a friend or tag them if you know someone who might benefit from this, or feel free to share it, of course. I would really love that. I think that's it. So have a lovely evening or a lovely rest of the day wherever you are, and I will speak to you soon. Bye bye.